NOLA Gent here at Thai Met. Yeah.
Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. Thai Met is located in the East Carrollton neighborhood of New Orleans at 1438 South Carrollton Avenue, which is about 13 minutes and 6 miles from the French Quarter. In this episode of our restaurant review vlog, we will do a Thai food review video as we continue our New Orleans food review series. So we will invite you to eat with me Thai food at one of the top food New Orleans joints for good traditional Thai dishes. Our New Orleans food vlog is always looking for the best food New Orleans offers. So comment below and let me know your favorite Thai restaurants. And as we do our restaurant review videos, let me know what your favorite Thai dishes are in the NOLA food scene. This is one of my secret New Orleans lunch spots as they have some really great prices at lunch, but we're here for dinner, so let's take a look at this menu. So we have our appetizers with Thai mint soft roll, crispy spring roll, edamame, cheese roll, steamed dumpling or fried dumpling, chicken satay, fried tofu, Thai chicken wings, and calamari. Then soups, tom yum chicken, tom yum shrimp, tom kha chicken, tom kha shrimp, wonton soup, egg drop soup, hot and sour soup, seafood tom yum. We have Thai salads, and then we have fried rice, and then we have some Thai curries with a red curry, a green curry, a yellow curry, a musaman curry, a Penang curry, and then the noodle dishes with pad Thai, pad Ki Mao, pad Woon Zin, pad Siu, curry noodle, and ko CB noodle. Then we have the next page where we have entrees with pork or beef volcano, basil eggplant, basil chicken or shrimp, fried tilapia ginger, Thai garlic, cashew nut chicken, taste of ginger chicken, baby corn and white mushroom, duck basil, South Sea shrimp, paradise shrimp, shrimp delight, ocean siam, spicy mussel, seafood Ki Mao, mango catfish, and spicy catfish curry. Then we have a selection of desserts with Khao Nao Mamong and fried banana with ice cream. So I'm going to start with a tom kha chicken, and it is a really enjoyable coconut soup. I do love this soup. It's very good. So they've got a lot of stuff packed in here. This is quite a really nicely done soup. It's got all sorts of delicious flavors going on. I really like the flavor profiles. The flavor is so delicious. It's a great thing to eat. Ooh, it's got all of this deliciousness just all on so many layers and levels. Ooh. There was another Thai restaurant in this location previously that had just an amazing chicken hot and sour soup. There is another Thai restaurant we'll be visiting that also has a great hot and sour chicken soup. Wow, the one here was very unique, and it was a very, very special hot and sour soup. I wish they still had that recipe here with the new Thai place that took its place. Even though it's been years ago, this is still the new place here to me, because the place before was definitely, I would say, a lot fancier, definitely a little more expensive, but they definitely had some interesting dishes. This place is great too, though, but you kind of miss some of the old places that had those favorite dishes you loved a lot. And even though this is great, you still sometimes crave that old dish. But this is still the exact soup I needed tonight. So this is the coconut flavor I was craving tonight, and it goes so well with this chicken. So I'm quite happy at the moment. So if you could also just give this video a thumbs up and destroy that subscribe button, that would also make me even happier, and I really do appreciate it. So they do have a little bit of a bar here. Things are socially distanced still for our current pandemic phase of our slowly reopening city here in New Orleans. So far, I'm the only person in the restaurant right now, though I came at a in-between time, though, so I would have expected a lot of people to have been here during this moment, because I do like to sometimes get the whole place to myself, because it makes filming a lot easier. So eating this soup is probably my favorite way to start my Thai food feast and begin to really get my appetite stimulated to get ready to dig into my main entree. But it's always good to have a little soup to start out with. That always really hits the spot for me, and this soup is just so good. I really enjoy the way that it gives me just what I need to get my engine pumping before it's time to move on to the next course. So cheers, here's to a good soup to get me prepared for the next course that will also be fantastic. And here is my completed bowl of soup. I successfully completed it all, if you had any doubts. Now here's my main entree, the pad ki mao chicken, which is also called drunken noodles in many Thai places around this area of New Orleans at least, and I've also seen it called that in many other places and other cities as well. And it's got a nice little spice to it, so I do enjoy a little kick of spice on my Thai food. And this has a good little selection of vegetables and nice chunks of chicken in there, along with all the spice flavors that go really well together and give it a fantastic flavor combination. This dish also has some garlic and basil sauce and some egg and tomato and onion, bell peppers. So it's a nice little combination of all those different flavors melding together. And I really do like the basil sauce that's part of this dish. It really gives it a good extra little level of flavor that's different than a lot of other dishes from other ethnic food traditions. So I'm always a big fan of the way they do some basil and add that flavor to so many of the dishes along with the curries that they do. So it's always a good option, especially when you're in a special mood for a little something different. The Thai food definitely has a more unique profile than you get used to from eating at your sushi places and Chinese places that you're usually going to find in most cities. And Thai food's a little more less common than your sushi and your Chinese food these days, at least in most of the American South currently. So in other areas, certainly in bigger cities, it's not a big issue to find anything you want from many different kinds of ethnic food traditions. But in a lot of the smaller cities and towns, you're not going to find as much variety. So the Thai is more of a less common thing than your Chinese and sushi that's gotten way, way more common than it used to be. So it's good to have a little change of pace when you're in the mood for some Asian food, but you really don't feel like you want any Indian or Chinese or sushi, or you're also in the mood for some pasta, but you don't want Italian. So it's a great time for Thai food in those situations, because very often the Thai places are pretty flexible about the level of spice that they will do, so you can get some custom spice levels added, which is not typically as easy with a lot of other dishes at other places. Now, some Indian food I've had, they do pretty good at adjusting spice levels as you would like. The Chinese places usually around this area just give you some of the hot chili paste that you can just add yourself. And then a lot of places around also tend to use the sriracha. And then we do have a lot of Vietnamese restaurants that always have sriracha. So definitely you get a nice variety of different flavors, spices, and it's good to have variety because you can rotate through. Different days you might be craving different things. So it's always good to have those nice choices and selections, and definitely, I'm glad we have a pretty decent selection of Thai restaurants in New Orleans, and we actually have a pretty darn good selection of some good Thai places. So it's definitely less common in other areas of the South, though, I find. So I'm very happy to have the great benefit here in New Orleans of getting some of this delicious Thai food. Ooh, yes, look at this stuff. Oh, it's so very nice. And these wide noodles, they've got a very nice texture, and it really does a great job with the flat noodles of transferring so much flavor to your palate. Oh, I really like the way that it just seems to hold the flavor and the spice so well, so that you really get a lot of flavor in every bite that you're having with this dish. The only thing that I could think of to possibly make this dish improve to my palate, at least, would be just more vegetables, because I do like to have a lot of vegetables in my food typically, just to keep me all healthy. So they have a good proportion of meat in here, certainly. A few more vegetables, though, would certainly have a lot better effect on my vitamin intake content. And maybe with a little less noodle, it might have a slight decrease on my waistline as well. So those are two good outcomes there with more vegetables. So I always strive to eat my 5 to 7 fruits and vegetables daily. So definitely doing 5 to 7 different fruits and vegetables is a very highly recommended path to maintaining your top health, to make sure you're getting all those nutrients that you need, and making sure you're eating a variety of different colored fruits and vegetables to get all the different vitamins and nutrients contained in those. And I'm getting a little sad here, though, because I've almost finished it. Oh, it's going down very easily, very quickly. And, oh, it's so nice. It's got such good flavors. It's going to be gone here soon. Oh, no. I've got to savor every bite. So much good flavor in here. Ooh. So, do you think I'm going to get dessert after this? Do you think I'll have room for dessert? What do you think? I don't know. Do you think there might be a little dessert in this? I don't know. I'm pretty full, so there might be a low probability, because usually not a big dessert person in a Thai restaurant, because I'm so full from the soup and the entree. So we'll see what happens today. We go with some good peppers. Oh, the piece of basil right there. Oh, the piece of basil is so delicious. So it gives it the flavor. Although the basil doesn't want to stick to my fork. Let's see if I can get it by itself now. There we go. See, this is the magic. That's what makes the magic right now, is that little piece of basil. All of that is what gives so much extra good flavor to this. They could, yeah, definitely they would say they could add a lot more pieces of basil in there for me as well. That would make me very happy. So, won't you just go ahead and destroy that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it. So I totally destroyed this plate of food like you just destroyed my subscribe button. So my bill total was $18.68 before tip. And it's time to head on out of here for the night. And if you'll see, they have a little Christmas decoration train here. That was a pretty unique, cool Christmas decoration item that I didn't see anywhere else. So good for them. So now we're going to head out on the street, and this is Carrollton Avenue here, and you can see there's a bunch of great restaurants right in this area, so we certainly will be returning to visit this area again. So make sure to subscribe and hit that little bell button to get notifications of our next videos on good food, good times, and good people.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.